Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurus Moth here, and welcome to the second part in what I am henceforth calling the PlastiCombat series. This is a series where I will look at different figures that have something in common, whether they be variants of the same figure or they are just different interpretations of the same archetype or such. And I'll probably play around with those rules as things go along, but the first official, I guess this will be the first official PlastiCombat one. However, I did go back and rename the Ninja Battle video, which looked at the 3 red ninjas, which are actually in frame right now, and just comparing them. And the whole point of this series is essentially just comparison videos, flat out. So they're not full-on reviews. We're just going to look at the finer points of the figures and either help you decide which one you want to purchase, if you want to purchase just one, or just help you see what the differences are in a more stark contrast and directly next to each other. So tonight's fighters are the NECA Super Shredders. First, player 1 will be our 2020 Secret of the Ooze movie accurate shredder, and then player 2 is the Shadow Master variant that came, which is also Walmart exclusive and came out this year, 2021. So without further ado, let's start round 1. Fight.
Round 1. Fight.
And for round 1, we're talking about accessories. And honestly, there's not much to say here. They both come with the exact same things. You get your Bishaman Yari, your ooze containers, your splayed out hands, your grippy hands, your ooze holding hand, and 2 fists. And that's it. So it's draw there.
Round 2. Fight!
Round 2, Articulation. And where these are the same figures, literally, they have the exact same articulation. So if you want the breakdown for that, you can look at my review of the original Super Shredder. And I'll link that at the end of the video. But it is worth noting that where they are NECA product, you're going to get a great amount of variation depending on just the literal exact product you get. So keep that in mind. Your heating up of the joints may vary the results. So always heat these up when you get them. Key example with mine is everything on this one, my original one, just perfect articulation. For the Shadow Master, bring him down a little bit here. Well, I don't have as much looseness in the hips, and there's barely any in this one. The head is a little different, where the articulation isn't quite as high, because I can get him to look up. This one, kind of just barely. And I think that's because of this neck piece in the middle right here. It's just depends on the way it's turned, and I'm not going to disassemble that, but know that the arrangement of this is going to determine exactly what you get with that neck articulation. And so you might, if you want to and you're brave enough, you can definitely disassemble it if you're not happy with the range you get. If not, you can leave it as is. Either way, definitely happy with both. So that is what it is.
Final round. Fight!
Final round, aesthetics, and this is where really all the differences are. These are, after all, just a new paint deco on the Shadow Master. So in our original, you have what was more or less seen on screen, and with the new one, you have what was advertised as a reference to the Chef Boyardee mail-in from way back in the day. However, it turns out that it's more of a shiny, metallic purple, which I personally love. I know some people had issue with that, and I saw someone do a custom online, I think on Instagram, where they did just the full matte black, and that looked really cool too. I'm super happy with this because I like shiny, but again, that's going to be a personal preference. Beyond that, the metal, where it's more of a true kind of not rusted out, but aged metal on our original Super Shredder, our Shadow Master actually has an almost teal patina sort of finish to the metal, which is really cool looking and balances the deep purple really, really well. So again, it's all up to you and what you prefer. Also what you can find, because again, when I did the review for him, the price had come down from what it originally was, and I know these are still in some Walmarts, so if you look you can find it. I'm not sure what eBay prices are at the moment, but they're going to vary by the time I post this anyway. And finally, the last big point with the aesthetics in terms of the difference is the cape. So for the original release, we get something that's more akin to what came on the standard shredder. So this black cloth with the silver kind of in it. I got some paint on mine, which is gonna happen. Not too miffed about that. And then on our Shadow Master, we have this almost vinyl, sort of matte vinyl black cape. It definitely flows a little bit differently. I think this one feels a little more natural than this one, but again, this is the aesthetics. It's gonna be all personal preference. And beyond that, they are the same. All the rest of the paint apps are the same. So it really comes down to the bodysuit and the metal and the cape. And so that what you prefer is going to be within that. So that would be the aesthetics. So for my final thoughts, and what may have been apparent from the very beginning, is that for me, this is a draw. They are the exact same figure, just with a different paint deco. Obviously one darker, one lighter. They articulate the same, exact same accessories without any color difference. So really it just comes down to your personal preference and what you want. I love these both equally. I love different things about them, so I'm glad I have them. Quick shout out to my mother-in-law down in New Jersey for picking up Shadow Master for me, because Central Mass is an absolute dead zone for NECA at Walmarts. So if you live in this area, then you might want to take note and try to find it elsewhere, because you're definitely not going to find it here. And yeah, so if you can get them, eBay is probably going to be where most people go, but like I said, this one is still technically on shelves, so you might be able to find it. This one you're going to be looking on eBay. Hopefully I was able to help people make decisions, or at least just give you something to watch the comparison, because I like seeing these sorts of things where things are side by side and you're able to actually see it next to each other. I will be doing more of these, and I like doing these. I like watching other people do them, so hopefully you were as entertained and informed as I was putting it together. And if you did enjoy it and you want to support the channel, please like, comment, and most important of all, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm almost halfway there already, which is fantastic, but still a long way to go. I'm a very, very, very small channel. So, anything helps. And if you want to even take the next step further, I will have links in the comments for my Ko-Fi and also to the music I record as Transdusk. And I will have Spotify and Bandcamp links there if you want to help in that way. And hey, if you like the music, that's even better to me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped and was informative, and I will see you in the next review or PlastiCombat. Please take care of yourselves and have a fine evening. Peace.